Leo was known around his small Georgia town as a natural leader, someone others admired for his confidence and kindness. At 17, he was a senior in high school, balancing classes, sports, and community activities with ease. But what set him apart wasn't just his stellar academic record or his athletic achievements. It was his unwavering stance on living a life free from drugs and alcohol. In a town where parties often revolved around drinking and experimentation with substances, Leo stood firm in his choices. His personal journey began when his older brother, Josh, struggled with addiction, a path that almost tore their family apart. Leo saw firsthand the pain it caused not only to his brother, but to everyone who loved him. Determined not to let the same happen to him or his friends, Leo made it his mission to influence others to steer clear of those temptations. One afternoon, during a school assembly on the dangers of substance abuse, Leo volunteered to speak. As he stepped up to the microphone, the room fell silent. "I know many of you think that drugs and alcohol are just part of being a teenager," he began, looking around at the familiar faces in the crowd. "But I've seen what it can do, what it's done to my brother. It's not just a statistic or a scary story they tell you to keep you in line. It's real." He paused, his voice steady but filled with emotion. Josh was like all of us once, full of dreams, good grades, a future ahead of him. But one bad choice led to another. Before we knew it, he was spiraling. He lost so much: friends, trust, and opportunities. Leo's words struck a chord with the students. He wasn't preaching or lecturing. He was speaking from experience, sharing a piece of his life in the hope of making a difference. "I get it," he continued. "Peer pressure is hard. It feels like everyone's doing it. And if you don't, you'll be left out. But you can say no. You can be different and still be respected." After the assembly, several students approached Leo, thanking him for his speech. Some even opened up about their own struggles or concerns about friends and family. Leo didn't judge or push them. He simply listened and offered support. Word spread quickly about Leo's message, and soon, he became a role model for others. He started a peer support group where students could talk openly about their challenges and fears regarding drugs and alcohol. The group wasn't about perfection or always making the right choice. It was about being honest, supportive, and accountable to one another. Over time, Leo's influence began to shift the culture at his school. It wasn't just about not doing drugs or avoiding alcohol. It was about creating a community where people felt they didn't need those things to belong. He empowered others to find strength in saying no, in choosing a path that valued their future over temporary highs. By the time graduation rolled around, Leo had helped countless students rethink their decisions about substance use. His impact extended far beyond his town, as he was invited to speak at neighboring schools and even some community events. Leo's journey wasn't about perfection or having all the answers. It was about choosing to be different in a world where following the crowd was easier. His story, rooted in personal experience and a deep love for those around him, reminded everyone that the choices they made today could shape the rest of their lives.